I just watched a movie that costs $45 million to make and has a 1.3 star on IMDb. That should be illegal. I honestly didn't find out about how much this movie cost till after I'd watched it. 45 million to be approximate. 45 million is just such an insane number for anything. Not just money, for anything. And apparently the movie only made back like 75,000 or so, womp womp. A quick disclaimer before we talk about this movie. If you haven't noticed already, I'm a little bit sunburnt. I've been sun-kissed, or maybe I'm just blushing. So this movie takes place in a grocery store, like, market thing.
Good night, Mr. Leonard. Don't work too late now.
So the guy's name is Mr. Leonard, and he, like, is the owner or whatever of this place. And he says,
"Just closing up. Nothing much happens around here after dark."
But little does he know that when he leaves, the entire store comes alive. And it shows us this in the most confusing 2 minutes that I think I've ever had in my life. So the store comes alive and it looks completely different than before. There's streets now, there's houses, there's cars driving in the pitch black. I don't think that's safe. I don't really know how that works. Yeah, let's just move on. This movie's similar to a Toy Story situation. In Toy Story, the toys are alive and then they play dead, but when all humans are gone, they come alive and do whatever they want. This movie's similar, except instead of toys, it's like brands. The brands come alive. So wait, if it's just brands that come alive, why are there people here? Like, what brand are these people? Where did these people come from? Did they get trapped or something? Like, they were just shopping one day and just fell through a trapdoor and all of a sudden now they're a miniature little human brand thing? The movie never explains that, so sorry. You get a little tour of the city and it's just horrendous. A bunch of random characters are introduced. There are all these super awkward shots and just a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like, what does any of this have to do with the plot of the movie? Well, you haven't seen the movie yet, but I have seen the movie, and I'll tell you it has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. But eventually, we get to meet the main character, Dex Dog Detective, and as his name implies, he's a detective currently on a case.
Listen up, fat cat burglar. I'm giving you one last chance to hand them over before I cash in your coupons for you.
What the? Why are those things like spazzing out like that? Okay, see, this is what I mean by the animation is weird. Everyone is like constantly moving. Nobody in this movie can stand still. Like, do these things really need to be doing tricks in the back? I really don't think so. This is probably why the budget was so high. They didn't let anybody stand still. Like, they had to have constant movement from everything. So Dex is surrounded on all sides. Surely he can't escape, but he does. And guess how he escapes? He escapes by launching a piece of cheese off the side of the blimp. Because everyone knows that when a rat sees cheese, they'll jump off anything to get it. So Dex pulls out this piece of cheese and throws it off the balloon he's on. And because it's cheese, rats have no choice but to jump to their death and get it. The rats all jump off and like bump into each other in the air. They kind of float there for a moment until they realize, uh-oh, and try to run back to the balloon, still in the air by the way. Then they just started getting like sucked down. Like, the gravitational pull just randomly becomes so strong that it stretches out their body while pulling them down to their inevitable death. He beats the cat thing, I don't even know what this is, by popping the balloon. Then he gets flown straight into the sun, never to be seen again.
I just want to be loved. Is that so?
Nice. This movie's starting off really strong.
The real secret is I am scared out of my mind, Dan. Tonight's the night.
Nah, no worries. You can do it. As long as you got me to help you. Did I mention me?
What do you think?
Whoa, what the?
This is Daredevil Dan, Dex's best friend, and Dex tells him tonight he's going to propose to her. Sunshine Goodness.
You want some?
Oh, yeah.
It warms my heart the way you love my raisins, tough guy.
Raisins? Wait. Aren't those like bad for dogs? They are! They cause kidney failure. She's trying to poison him. I wasn't going to include this, but I thought it was funny. So whenever they like start talking or whatever, he starts spinning her. Dex starts spinning Sunshine Goodness. And then they cut to dinner in a completely different location. And he's still spinning her.
Ah, Dex, this is so great.
Sunshine, you mean the world.
What?
You mean the world to me. Maximilius!
Hey!
What on earth, dude? This movie is so random. Like the moose is just playing the violin and accidentally plays too loud. Now it is a little strange how close he is. I'll admit that. I'll be the first one to say it. But like when Dex yells at him, did he really have to chuck his violin? Alright, Dex is going to propose. Surely nothing bad is gonna happen.
Next up, a doll-faced boss.
Here comes Dan. One thing to know about Dan is that if he ever even touches a plane, you know something bad's about to happen. Every time he gets in one, everyone else is in immediate danger.
That's so cute. But what's he trying to draw on your hand?
What I've been trying to ask you all night.
Oh no. Not today.
So Dan crashes because he shouldn't be driving a plane.
I better go check on Danny just to make sure he's okay.
I'm sure he's fine. Dan always crashes.
What is the moose doing in the
Hurry,
back?
It'll just be a minute. Save my ice cream. I'll be right back, okay?
He's like arguing with himself or something. That's kind of creepy. So Dex goes after Dan too, like Sunshine. And when he reaches Dan, he finds out, oh no, where's Sunshine? She never showed up.
Come on, man. You know Sunshine? Sweetest Ike in the Marketropolis? She probably ran into a friend, needed a help.
I don't know why he wasn't running with her because they were at the same place, going to the same place, but she's gone and we cut 6 months later. Before we watch this next scene, I have to warn you that this is easily the worst animated scene from any movie I have ever seen. If I were you, I would wrap myself up in a blanket right now, especially like on the top of your head, so that when you start watching this, if it scares you too much, you can, you know, put it down, put it over your head. I'm also going to play this without editing anything, so you can just get the full experience, because it's
May I help you?
You must be Leonard, the manager. I'm your new Brand X representative.
I wasn't expecting any new products.
A corporate picked your store to test the new Brand X detergent with Alexa.
Brand X, huh? Never heard of it.
Give us 1 week. Your customers won't know how they lived without Brand X.
Well, everything is so nice the way it is. We don't have space.
Alright, so pretty much this guy waltzes in and says that we need to test this new product X, and the worker's like, oh, there's no room and everything is so nice how it is. I like my store how it is. I don't want new products. And then this dude is just like, oh, I'll make space, and starts marching down, destroying and throwing products off the shelves to make room for his own. It's really wild. Like, is this how business works nowadays? Can I just like walk into my local Walmart? Where's the manager? I need to try out my new Davis merch, put it on the shelves. And like the manager's like, yeah, sorry bro, if you want to do this, you gotta go to our corporate office, you gotta sign all this stuff, you gotta make a deal with them. And I'm just like, nah, don't worry about any of that, and just start throwing apples and bananas from the deli. Wait, that's not the deli. Just start throwing off like chips from the food aisle and chucking out like boxes of chocolate all over the place just so I can throw my shirts. Yeah, so moral of the story is that's not how things work. But in this universe, nah, that stuff flies. Because X products are now in the store, the X characters are now alive and they're kind of rizzy. So rizzy that everyone starts fighting over her. So this character, her name's Lady X, and she's the main antagonist of the film. So of course she tries to get Dex to herself since, you know, he's the lead detective. And in order to do this, she starts doing flips and tricks on him. I don't like that. Shortly after X arrives though, products are starting to go bad and worse. Dan goes missing.
We have to find him before the rest of the salts do!
And you better start styling, Harry.
Right! What? Me? I can't! Oh, you have to help me, Dex, before I go bald!
So Dex suits back up and gets ready for action to become the detective again.
He was your best friend, too.
Alright, I wasn't gonna put this scene in because I don't really get it.
You despise me, don't you?
All of the products are called Ike's, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but all of the Ikes are having a meeting, and Lady X says that the X security is taking over the store and to be on the lookout for Dex.
Trust me, Brand X will make everything better. You have my promise.
But what about Dex?
Oh, we'll take care of him too.
Luckily, Dex gets to Lady X first and confronts her in quite possibly the strangest way possible. And honestly, the most inefficient way possible too.
I wasn't expecting company.
I'd say things are going exactly how you expected.
Huh? Where did that boat come from? I must be missing something. I don't know where that boat came from.
Now I'm taking you in.
Not before I solve your case for you. Down, boy.
Oh no! Lady X captures Dex, and she tries to kill him and Dan by melting them in a dryer. Dang, bro. And the way they escape is by...
You can put it... Socks! That's it! Socks always escape from the dryer. Follow that sock.
I don't know about that. I'll be the first to admit it. I've lost my fair share of socks in the washer and dryer process, but I don't think it's because the socks jump out of the dryer. I think it's more because like the dryer has that like lip thing, and I tend to like not check that spot because I don't want to burn my hand on the dryer. And so because I don't do that, sometimes I accidentally leave a sock there.
What is going on?
This movie is so hard to follow. Like, take this scene for example. Dex asks the doctor to analyze the Brand X perfume, and instead of analyzing it, the doctor just starts like running around and then sneezes on him, and then is like, "Alright, sure, I'll help you."
Okay, I'll give it a whiff. This I can tell you. The Brand X elixir is toxic to humans, and what toxic? Oh, and highly addictive. Whoa!
The doctor tells Dex and Dan that the perfume is addictive to humans, and that's why so many people are buying it, and they need to log on to the owner of the market's computer to send an email exposing the company X. The only problem is, the only way to access the computer is by going out in the market in the daytime. I don't think I've ever been to a store that was this busy. Like, the customers aren't even buying anything, they're just running around. Also, the humans are horrifying to look at.
The store is now closed.
We ain't gonna make it. We ain't gonna make it. Trust me. I mean, I'm no math mage or anything. Then we're gonna hit the door.
We'll be fine.
No way. We're gonna hit.
We'll make it.
Remember this guy from the beginning? Well, he's back, and he's stranger than ever.
Hold on. Hold the line. Is that the enticing scent of rich, creamy chocolate? Are you chocolate? Are you made of chocolate?
We find out that Sunshine was recalled by Brand X, and that's why she went missing 6 months ago. And just as they were about to send the email...
Sending now.
Brand X turned off the power.
What happened? Do you all see it get darker too?
So Lady X gives a speech on top of this skyscraper, and I can't tell if she's talking to herself or if she's giving a speech to the whole store, because no way they can hear her up there.
One store, one X.
One store, one X.
Well, never mind, they can.
Dogtective has been discontinued.
Fight for freedom every day. Brand X, it's simple and plain. We protect and proudly serve.
No comments? Eventually they start fighting, and it's just a bloodbath for everyone involved. People are launching food left and right. Somehow the food starts exploding, and it's just a mess.
Sunshine.
Dex!
Hold it right there, or Blondie gets it.
Watch out!
On your knees, dog. I always knew you were damaged goods.
I'm not the one who's gonna be puppy whipped. You cold-farted itch.
Exterminate them both. Her first.
Lady X decides to kill Sunshine and Dex, and instead of doing it herself, she does the classic movie trope and leaves it up to the incompetent sidekick.
Okay then. I'll just leave you to it.
Of all the possible ways Dex can get out of this, how do you think he does it? Did you possibly guess slightly moving the rug and launching the bad guy straight into the air?
I thought that only worked in movies.
We find out why Sunshine was kidnapped in the first place. Apparently Brand X was using her essence to, you make their product. That's why their product is so addicting, because they use sunshine goodness. The end is really strange. The weird human guy shows up and gets defeated rather easily. And then it's revealed that he was actually like a robot being controlled by Lady X. And apparently she was an old weird product that got recalled and went to Brazil, had plastic surgery done, then came back to get her revenge.
But enough about me. Let's kill you!
She tries to fight Dex, but Dex won't hit a woman.
He won't hit her, not now, not never.
But
So instead, Dex becomes invisible and Sunshine takes over the fight. They bring all of the Ikes back to life and Dex and Sunshine get married. The end. So, what'd you think? Good, right? If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can, see future stuff. Also, if you're feeling extra generous, right down below, there's a join button. And if you want to become a member of the channel, there's a lot of cool features, a lot of cool perks, and I plan on releasing a lot more cool stuff as time goes on. Also, go ahead and follow my socials if you want. You can go ahead and keep in touch with me there, and bye-bye.